Great.
Sí, ahora sí. Ah, and so let's continue. So you talk about, I mean, we talk about cultural ambassador. So you said, can you tell me what are, again, what are the traits that you think a cultural ambassador has to have?
Yeah. Um, well, they definitely have to be friendly. They have to be able to get along with a lot of people, um, and be able to talk to a lot of people, and be able to make compromise, um, so that they can make agreements.
Okay,
Uh,
and if you, I mean, if you apply for that job for being a cultural ambassador, do you think you're gonna be a good one?
um, I think I could be good at that. Um, Cultures in different countries have always interested me a lot. Um, I like to learn about other places, and um, ideally, I'd like all cultures and countries to um, be friendly towards each other. So I'd like to work towards that, um, and help relations between countries.
Ah, okay, it's good. And so, what do you think are your best traits to be a cultural ambassador? What can you teach or what can you show to other countries about your own country?
Our own culture. Um, I guess there's a lot of things of American culture. Um, American music is a big part of that. Um, I don't know. Music is one of my favorite ways to learn about other cultures. Um, I like to listen to music of other places, and I'd try to show um, uh, other countries, what kind of music we have here. There's, culture through music and TV, and I
Okay,
don't know, lots of different ways to be able to show culture.
sounds good. Sounds good. And well, I mean, what is the typical music or the music that you would,
Uh,
I don't know, that you would show
hmm.
to other people in another country?
um, I guess it would probably have to be some of the most popular of the culture here in America. A lot of the big artists. Um, I'm sure you've probably heard of some of them too. Um, like Katy Perry or Taylor Swift. Or, I'm
Katy
sure.
Perry, what else? because because I like Katy Perry too. I mean,
Yeah, I like.
not too much, but yes,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
like her
I like
songs.
her. Yeah, and I don't know. It seems like the music of America is known everywhere else in the world, but
Yeah,
America doesn't know a lot of the other world's music. So it'd be cool to be able to share music from other countries back here in America.
and yeah, it sounds good. So, have you heard and I mean, have you heard another or others music of Venezuela, for example, or of
Um,
South America music?
of
Have you heard?
South America, yeah. Not a whole lot outside of my, studying Spanish. But I mean, there's a couple of the artists, like Shakira, of course,
Of course.
and Enrique Iglesias. Pero in Spanish, we've studied, Bebe y Juanes,
Ah, Juanes. Okay, muy bueno, yeah.
Las Ketchup, um, un pocos group or some groups in, Mexico and things like
Okay.
that.
Ah,
So,
yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, for example, I think my favorite singer is Beyonce. So,
I love
you
Beyonce.
love Beyonce too?
Yeah, she's very, very popular
Yeah,
here.
yeah, I guess so. She came to Venezuela and I couldn't attend to her concert. So that was a pity.
Okay.
I mean,
Um,
have you been in a concert of Beyonce?
I haven't seen her in concert. I really wanted to, but the tickets were very
Yeah,
expensive.
I guess so. Here in
Um,
Venezuela, I mean, can you guess here in Venezuela? I mean, the tickets are too expensive. I
yeah,
mean,
they were very
were
expensive
too
here.
expensive. Mm.
Yeah. Um, well, she was in concert with her husband, Jay-Z,
Ah, yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah,
the famous rapper. So they were together in concert, and that made it really expensive.
yeah. I guess so. Well, interesting. Um, okay, so now let's talk about some places in your country or in your city that you can recommend to other people or to tourists to visit. So, what
Okay.
places can you recommend to tourists?
I've been to New York City 3 times.
Okay.
It's unlike anything. I mean, it's the biggest city here in the United
Yeah.
States. And it's huge. Just so many people. And even there, you can hear so many different languages. When I was here this last year, I probably heard as much Spanish as I did
Yeah,
English,
yeah.
which was really cool because I was able to practice some Spanish too. And it's really cool. It's just a place where so many different cultures in the U.S. come together. And there's just so many different kinds of people, so many different monuments, um, the shopping. There's theater,
Yeah, yeah, I guess so.
music. Yeah, it's just
Yeah, New York.
everything
Yeah,
you
I
could
think.
find.
Yeah, like the sun. I mean, like the sun that says there's nothing. I don't remember the letter of the sun, but it's a famous sun that says about New York, that talks about New York. Have you heard that
Yeah,
song? Have you
there's
heard that song?
there's a couple. I know there's one by Alicia
Yeah,
Keys
yeah, yeah,
and
that one.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's called Empire State of
Yeah, yeah,
Mind.
and Paris State of Mind.
Um,
Yeah, I guess
the
so.
tallest building in New York is the Empire State
Yeah,
Building.
yeah. Hmm.
I've been to the top of it, and what
You
you
went
can
there?
see the whole.
You went there?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
You can see the whole city. You can see everything. It's very tall, very high. It's really cool.
Oh, nice. And I mean, you have to pay for you have to pay for that. I mean, it was
Yeah.
expensive.
Not very expensive, no. Um,
Ah, okay.
it's worth it though. It was one of the coolest things I've seen.
Oh, yeah, it's good. But I guess I mean New York is I think it's one of the famous city in I don't know around the world because in so many movies we can see that city. I mean, most of the
Yeah,
things or most of the action that happens or that happens in a movie is about New York. So
yeah,
yeah. Hmm.
lots.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. So what
Ca-
about okay? You have to say something?
I was just gonna say, California is a state in the U.S. that's really cool too. That's where Hollywood is,
Yeah. Yeah.
where
Yeah.
a lot of the movies are made.
Yeah.
Um, so that's very cool too.
Okay. What about Minnesota? What places? I mean, are there some parks, some restaurants that you would recommend to tourists?
Yeah, definitely. Well, where the University of Minnesota is, so where I am right now, it's in the biggest city in Minnesota. It's called Minneapolis. It's probably the biggest, most cultural spot of Minnesota. Um, if you go downtown, there's the nightlife is really cool. There's a lot of theater, a lot of places for music. My favorite restaurant is called Crave.
Crave.
Um,
What
Crave.
crave? What does it mean?
Um,
Crave.
of all sorts of types of food. They're known. Their sushi is really
Oh,
good.
okay. It is crave.
Um, yes,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
correct.
Wait, what does it mean then?
They have tons of food. Lots of pastas, um, sushi, steaks. It's very classy. It's a little expensive,
Okay.
but the food is really, really good.
I guess so. Interesting.
And that's right downtown on right where all the fun parts are, where the clubs are. There's theaters, places for concerts, lots of music.
Oh, it is good. I had the opportunity to talk with one of the students that I told you that she couldn't talk to me anymore. So she didn't recommend too many things.
Okay.
She just said that there are, I mean, that in Minnesota there are parks and there are shops, there are stores,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
she didn't said too much about Minnesota, so
Okay.
I
Oh,
didn't believe that. I think she,
right.
I mean,
Yeah, that's not true. And really close to where I go to school, there's a shopping center called the Mall of America.
the
So it's the biggest mall in the whole country.
yeah, the
So in the middle of the mall, they have an amusement park
oh wow,
with rides and
whoa,
everything, and it's all
okay,
inside.
what is the name? Is
It's
the
the
mall
Mall of
the Mall
America.
of America? Okay.
I'll type it.
Yeah, yeah, the Mall of America. Okay,
That.
okay. I'm going
Um,
to Google it.
yeah, it's it's huge. You could look it up. It's the biggest mall for a long time. It was the biggest mall in the world. But then in I think Saudi Arabia, they made it a bigger
Ah,
one.
yeah, yeah, that'll be Mall of America. Oh yeah, look, it looks amazing.
Yeah, it's very fun to go shopping there. It just so many stores,
Yeah, yeah.
very many stores.
And man, I mean, if you go there, I don't know. I mean, if I go there, I don't know where to go, I don't know where to buy
Right.
something.
Um, it has four levels, and it takes a long time just to walk in a circle.
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing.
Um, do you know of the store Zara?
Sarah, ah, yeah, of course. Here
Yeah, it's a Spanish brand.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
There are. I mean, many stores of Sarah here in.
yeah, they don't have one here in Minnesota, but I went to Chicago. Do you
Okay.
know of
Yeah, yeah,
Chicago?
of course.
That's about a 6 hour drive from where I live. So I went there this year, and they had Zara stores, and I liked that, but they don't have that here in Minnesota.
Ah, okay. So, I mean, do you like the style of clothing of Sarah?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
Okay, it's good. Okay, I think I don't have, or I mean, I have other questions, but I have to. I mean, I want to give or to let those questions for our next section. I don't know if you have
See.
if you have questions. I don't know if you want to know
Uh,
something.
I have a few, but I can save them for next time.
Okay, that is good.
Um, ¿Podemos conectar en la noche de domingo posible?
La noche del domingo, sí, ¿como a qué hora más o menos?
Um, lo mismo.
Bueno, sí, creo que como a las 9:30 o 9. ¿Qué hora es allá?
Ah, es 8 para mí y ah, 9:30 para ti, o podemos más temprano.
Pero ¿qué hora es allá? 8. Son las 8 allá en Minnesota. What time is it in Minnesota?
Right now it is 8:40.
8:40, ok.
Sí,
8:40. Sí,
8:40.
sí, sí, es una hora, acá son las 10:10.
Sí,
Creo que es una hora y
um,
media, ¿sí? Una hora y media de
sí,
diferencia.
sí. ¿Y para domingo, lo mismo hora o más temprano? O
Bueno, el domingo creo que podría ser más temprano. Creo que a partir de las 7 de la noche, a las 7 ya estaría disponible. ¿Podrías a las
está
7?
bien.
A partir de las 7.
Ah, 7 para ti o para mí?
Para mí.
Sí, 5:30 para mí.
Sí, sí. Bueno, yo estaré conectado, estaré desde las 7 y en adelante puede ser a las 8 o 7:30.
Sí, todo está
Sí,
bien
sí.
para mí.
Ok,
Um,
perfecto.
Puedes mandarme un correo electrónico si
Oh,
quieres.
claro, muy bien. Sí, muy bien. Me gusta que contestas a tiempo.
Sí,
Sí, contestas a tiempo. Me gusta eso porque la otra estudiante de Minnesota, ella tardaba mucho para responderme los mensajes.
eh,
Ya.
So if you just want to send me an email with whatever time works for you, that's available all day on Sunday.
Okay, it's good. I mean, and do you work? Do you work?
I don't.
You don't?
No.
I mean, you just study.
Yeah, I just because this is my first year here, but I will next year.
Okay, it's good. Okay, so
All right. So Sunday?
yeah, on Sunday. Hmm? Yeah,
Okay,
so
great.
see you on Sunday.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, bye. Good night.
Bye. Good night.